Those words, I'd like to table the next item for the same reason. I'd like to see a full board here for that as well.
We need to finish this item first.
What's that?
We need to finish this item first.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No.
So is there any objection to moving this to is there any board objection to continuing this item to the next meeting when we have a full board?
I have a question. What's this deal?
Yep.
You know, it seems like everybody's lawyer happy here, and I don't see any reason why Director Green can't be involved in the next meeting as far as Chief Young's contract.
Well, so I think, you know, Christina had a family emergency. I'm not privy to all the details of you know, why board member Green isn't participating. That being said, I'm happy to have a conversation with him between now and the next meeting, although I believe Christina will be back then. But, you know, unless board member Green is seeking to participate, which is a decision that's up to him individually, you know, I'll leave it up to him as to whether or not we should have a further conversation about it.
I can't discern what you're saying. I can hear you, but I hear my name.
I'm saying I don't know. I'm not, because I filled in for Christina at the last minute. I'm not familiar with the reasons why you're not participating.
I would accuse myself because of a claim of harassment, which was found to be inaccurate.
Okay, so between now and the next meeting, I'd be happy to have a private conversation with you to figure out whether or not you can participate or not. I don't have enough information to do it, and it would be inappropriate to do it in public, because it involves employees.
Okay. So now are we done?
So we just need
Well, no,
to...
so is there any objection to us continuing this to the next meeting when we may have a full board?
Yeah, we don't have a choice, do we, Doug? Because everything that we discussed as far as Mr. Young's contract was, I mean, the board, we all agreed on that, so, and now, you know, Mr. Davis doesn't want to go through with what we voted on, so we have no choice then, correct, to carry on to the next meeting.
It would be either you carry it on and we put it at the next meeting, or you would be facing the idea that you would have a fire chief outside of contract and unable to perform those duties ultimately. So that's why the recommendation would be to revisit it, or at least give us direction if you want to do something different.
I make a motion to table it.
To continue it, is what Doug was saying?
Yeah, table it till next meeting.
And that was a second by Beatty?
Yes.
I have a motion on the floor to continue this item to the September meeting, regular meeting, second by Director Beatty. We'll have a vote. Director Davis?
Yes.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Smiley?
Yes.
Passes.
Perfect. So with this, I'm just going to introduce that, and then, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to introduce it, and then if you want to make your comment, Director Green, that'd be good. So this item is just a contract for the general manager, Kelly Dodds.
I was just going to say that I think it'd be appropriate to table it until we have a full board.
We just have to introduce it, and then we can have a motion to table it.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to make a motion to have a special meeting on the 4th of September.
I second that.
Just so you know, employment contracts have to be approved at regularly scheduled meetings. Unfortunately, it can't be done at specials.
That's great, but there are discussions that can be had.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know if you're trying to move these two particular contracts to a special. Okay.
No.
So
Obviously, there's something that was agreed to that's not agreeable, and so it sounds to me like we have to get down to the nuts and bolts, and I wasn't involved in it, so I can't really say. I would prefer to participate in it, but I don't know. I think that's a discussion you and I need to have.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to have it with you, Director Green. I just,
All right.
it wouldn't be appropriate for us to do it in public.
Correct.
So if there's,
So with that, staff would recommend that we continue the item then to, if that's what you want to do, can just continue the item unless you want to take action.
Okay. There was a motion and a second to table item.
so we need public comment before.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there any public comment on item 7? None.
So we had a motion by Director Green, seconded by Director Davis to continue this item until September.
This is,
This is for the general manager.
We're in the middle of 2 items here.
oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Ready for a vote? Okay. Director Davis?
Yes?
Director Smiley?
No.
Director Beatty?
No.
Director Green? This is on Kelly's contract to continue,
table, yes.
to continue it to September.
Yes.
So I got 2-2.
Motion fails, so then we would need to do a presentation of the item, full presentation.
Okay.
So, what you have before you tonight is the general manager's contract, or new one, for Kelly Dodds. The term of the agreement is for 4 years, and it also has the ability of the board to extend the agreement 1 year twice, so it would be a total of 6 years if the board fully extended it. It comes with a base salary of $143,005 and 12 cents. And Kelly would also be eligible for annual CPI increases with satisfactory performance evaluations by the board. The general manager's contract also has the reopener clause in it that would be activated if the board ever falls below 15% of its reserves. Termination must be with 3/5 vote, so 3 of the 5. And if the general manager was ever fired without cause, he would be eligible for 4 months worth of severance. With that, be happy to answer any specific questions anyone has.
I have none.
I have none.
And this is the same contract we've already tabled now 3 times, 4 times?
If it's tabled tonight, it'll be the second.
Second?
This is the second time.
Oh, okay.
If it's tabled tonight.
It's only been tabled once.
So if there's no public comment.
Is there a motion?
We can take public comment again.
Is there a public comment?
You should probably take the public comment.
Is there a motion?
Yeah, motion.
I motion to approve it.
I will second that.
I have a motion on the floor by Director Beatty to approve Resolution 2025-31, second by Director Smiley. We'll have a roll call vote. Director Smiley?
Yes.
Director Davis?
No.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Green?
No.
Motion
2-2.
fails.
Yep.
So we
Now we can table it, eh?
For some alternative motion, in the absence of an alternative motion, we need some direction as to whether or not we're bringing this back at the next meeting or not.
Bring it back to the next meeting.
Have a consensus to continue this to the next meeting?
Bring it back to the next meeting.
Back in September meeting.
Director Smiley?
When there's a full board. That's all I asked for.
You just have to go through the formality.
I hear you.
So it'll be continued to the September meeting
As consensus?
as a consensus. The next item is a closed session item, and due to the nature of the closed session item, I'd ask for it to be tabled until the next scheduled meeting, so that the full board can be privy to the whole conversation.
That's fine.
All right, we're done.
Well, I wrote over board comments.
Actually,
We can have-
I still want to have a special meeting before our next meeting.
So, I skipped over board comments, so we have to have board comments, so if they want to do that right now, then we can do that right now. The board comment. So you want a special meeting for?
Did take, you went out of turn.
I know, I'm too excited.
And I really want to know what happened.
The board comment?
No, the closed session. I have to call Christina now.
So your request is to have a special meeting?
I'm requesting a special meeting, yeah.
What would you like to have on the special meeting?
Items from our list to start out with.
How many? Well,
Items from
So,
our list.
it's
whatever-
unlikely that in 2 days that we're gonna have anything.
Yeah, literally have to get
Oh, I
that
have
on.
a holiday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can deal with that. The
So
11th.
the 11th is a senior center's regular meeting, so it would have to be the 18th would be the first day we could have a special meeting if you don't do it, or if you do it on a Thursday.
Have to be on Thursday.
Yeah, senior center's always the second Thursday. They have their meeting.
That's kind of far away.
No doubt, does it have to be on Thursday?
I don't know, does it have to be on a Thursday?
It's a special meeting, it doesn't have to be on a Thursday, but you do want to be considerate to the public, so they have
Well,
a
no, I
chance.
understand, but, it's a long list.
I understand.
You couldn't have anything prepared for the 4th at all? Nothing?
I don't know that I would have enough that would make it worth having a special meeting. Not by the 4th. 11th is the senior
They're using the building.
Okay, well, how about the 10th?
10th is fine with me, but Wednesday the 10th?
Do you want to temporarily set it at that date?
I can't.
And let us make sure that we can actually get a full board first, because we have one member who's missing. We don't know what his availability is.
Yeah, I know, and I don't, I
Ones
don't
that
know
are
how
here.
severe his condition is either. It sounded serious.
What about the board that's here?
Is the 10th work for all 4 of you?
No.
No.
Not 100% yet, but
So, no, maybe, yes, and
Oh, is that for the 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
so we can put together a couple other dates and confer with Director Sangster and see if he'd be available at all. And get back to the board for a special meeting with the understanding that the special meeting would be 4 items off of the board list.
Yeah, possibly some negotiation too.
Director Green, just so I can understand, are all these items going to be closed session items, or are any of them going to be open session?
I think that there should be one closed session for negotiation. Because obviously
Well,
there's,
I was just going to say, I can call you, or Christina can call you, and we can go over what you want on
Very
the
good.
closed session.
Okay.
So,
Any other board comment?
yeah, this is board comment period.
yeah, so to be clear, this special meeting, this is just going off of what Director Green kind of wants to go over? Is that what's going on? Because I'm just trying to, understand.
So Director Green's asking for a special meeting to go over some of the things that are on the board's
Our list?
on that list. that we
As
discussed
well
last week.
as the fire chief's.
But those cannot be
contract.
discussed till a normal board meeting, correct? Not a special meeting?
It wouldn't, no, it would be a negotiation.
Be a closed session.
It'd be a, yeah.
So you
you
can't,
wouldn't be able to vote on the contract, but you would be able to have a closed session item to discuss the negotiations.
Right.
So just a discussion, okay.
There's been significant discussion about the cost of council being at these meetings. And to continually call special meetings, I think is ridiculous. Costly, time consumption for all of us to have to be here for those special meetings. I don't see the reason for why they can't be on the regular meeting or closed session in the regular meeting. If we keep our comments to the amount of time limited, which is 5 minutes for us here on the board. So our discussions have been getting away from the 5-minute time period. It goes on and on and on, and it needs to be limited so that we're not here till midnight. So we need to shorten up our meetings by allowing a certain amount. We allow 3 minutes to the public, it should be limited to 5 on the board, and according to our handbook, it is. So what I ask that we try to keep the meetings that schedule instead of all these special meetings. And they are costly. Call everybody together to get down here at the cost of the hall. We have council present when we're doing all that. Thank you.
I have enough items. I'd like to request a list of fire department positions and their duty descriptions. And I wanted, at the last meeting, I wanted to talk about the tree trimmer that was hired to trim the trees downtown. And you said we had to wait till
Public
now
comment.
to have that discussion, or to bring that up. Is the temporary housing that's being utilized now by firefighters staying overnight?
Yes,
How does a person know that there's somebody there?
there's no need for them to know there. If you have an emergency, call 911. They're not there on a frequent basis. They're infrequent, but people are there.
I know it'd be nice to know when somebody's there and somebody's not. The community might like to know when there's somebody there, when there's not. Otherwise, it's just a building. I mean, it's just a thought, but it's a real simple fix that we have that red light, but that doesn't mean anything either.
Well, even if you
Even
said
if it's a fire station.
even if you said somebody was there, if they're out on a call, they may not be there. So having somebody go to the door, assuming somebody would be there,
But if
is
you have a light that switched that's on and off when you're there and when you're not, that would make a difference. Just a thought. But I would like to talk about the tree trimming. Is that annual contract?
it's as needed. We don't have a set person.
As needed? It's still needed right now, and they just did it.
Yeah, and we talked about that last month. I mean, if you'd like to come down and talk to me, I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it.
Well, I just
And we can
think
decide whether it's needs to go on the agenda or
I
not.
just think all the beautiful lighting that we have down there should hit the street. That's all.
Yeah. You have anything else, Director?
Yeah, I'd just like to add that, I know that extra meetings cost the district, but so don't lawsuits.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
And it costs the district when a director calls over there discussing a lawsuit that's gonna be happening. She don't answer that phone for nothing, that charges.
They pay for service.
No, she doesn't answer it for nothing. Whatever.
Christina's not free.
Oh, yeah. When you're calling the lawyers discussing the lawsuit that you figure I'm doing, you know, that costs money.
yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah.
Do you have any other board comments?
That's 2 lawsuit threats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other director, or board comment, Director Davis?
No.
Oh, I do have one thing to say. So the special meetings, you know, I don't mind coming to them. I mean, if it means being able to discuss some of these key points that we've been talking about, and I do agree as far as you know, our meetings have been going late, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it is kind of, you know, it gets a little long, but my big thing is, with these special meetings, I feel like it's unfair to the community because a lot of people, they base being able to come down to the meetings on the scheduled days. And then when we throw in hey, by the way, we're having a special meeting in a week, a lot of people cannot be here for that.
That's true.
So, but no, you know, but I'm all for doing it. I just, you know, wish, you know, if we're gonna do special meetings, obviously, I know, you know, sometimes things they come up where they need to be discussed, but, you know, if we can make it so that the communities has a little bit, you know, more of a heads up, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, my concern is just that we have 48 items.
No, I agree.
That
That's,
we've
you know,
not
this
been
is,
able to get to because of all the regular business, which would mean we're here till midnight, which is just as costly as having a special meeting if you split it, and then you're not all worn out and ragged when you're trying to make a decision.
true that.
We post an agenda so people are welcome to come down and address the issues.
Is there any other board comment? So the next item is
Public comment on the board comment?
It's not normally public comment or board comment.
Yeah.
The next item is for a closed session, and again, would ask that this be tabled until the next scheduled meeting, whether it's a special meeting or regular meeting, so that the full board is available for the information that will be provided. We can take public comment on this, since it's being tabled.
I'll be honest with you, I'd really like to hear this. And it's not an action item.
No, but Christina is the one that would be providing the information. I don't know.
And so I see.
And I don't know.
Yep.
Since Doug is filling in at the last minute, she probably has not had time to fill him in.
That's fine. Yep.
So consensus of the board to continue
I'm
this
okay
to
with
September?
continuing that, yeah.
Before we take action, we need to have public comment.
Okay, yeah.
Is there a public comment?
Public comment.
Go ahead.
On the closed session.
On the closed session item.
Of course, closed session.
Of course.
Closed sessions are very important, but we were talking about attorneys. Attorneys attend closed sessions, don't they?
Yes.
Okay, so there is a cost to the district with that. I agree with Director Smiley that the overuse of the legal people is hurting the community. One suggestion I would have, and I know you're not going to answer this because it's public comment, the first board meeting of the C.S.D. when it was formed, we abolished stipends for directors attending meetings. Zero. It was, everybody was getting paid to be there, and after that meeting, nobody was getting paid to be there because the CSD board are elected, and we felt that being there for the community, you're there for the community. You shouldn't get compensated for it. I don't know how things changed, but I know that after I left the board, they voted it back on. That could be a consideration if you wanted to lessen the financial burden on the community. It would be give up your stipends for attending meetings.
I don't receive a stipend.
There you go. Okay. So I don't know if the board even receives it now.
They
but
do.
They do. Okay. So that would be a thing. Just give up your stipends.
Shall we have that discussion?
Can't have it right now. If you want to agendize it for a future meeting, you can do that.
Good. 54, please.
We got it down to 7 the other night. Come on.
Is that a request?
Down to
Put it-
what?
7, remember we grouped them all?
Yeah, but the 7 is just for the first round. There's-
Still, we grouped them. We grouped them.
So, there's one issue that just came to my attention. So the general manager's contract expires on August 30th. So as kind of a accessory item to the previous agenda item, I would ask that you at least verbally, look for a motion to extend his contract through that meeting date, so that we don't go in a situation where we don't have a general manager or somebody to act in that capacity.
And how would you propose to do that?
So we would reopen the item related to the general manager's contract, and we would extend his existing contract through, well, probably through the next regular meeting, since we don't know.
Is that legal for us to go backwards like that?
You can reopen it.
We can?
It didn't say meeting, yeah.
I'm gonna remember that for the future. So
Okay,
we're
I'll do a
gonna,
motion for reconsideration.
we're gonna reopen item 7.
It has to be a motion to reopen it, correct?
Yeah.
Can I get a motion to reopen item 7?
I'll second that.
There's a motion, okay, I guess I made the motion.
John Green,
I made the motion.
Bridget Beatty,
Public comment
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We already extended it when we tabled it.
You didn't extend the contract, you extended your discussion of the contract.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's all right. We're doing it right.
Okay, so to have this right, Doug, do we need public comment before they make this motion? Yes.
Public comment.
Not the motion to reopen.
Okay.
Not the motion to reopen, just the motion to once it's reopened, the discussion.
Okay, I have a motion
Procedural motion.
I have a motion on the floor to open item 10.7 by Director Green, second by Director Beatty. We'll have a roll call vote. Director Davis?
Can't we have public comment on this?
This is just the reopening.
Oh, after.
We will.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Davis?
Yeah.
Smiley?
Yes.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Green?
Yes.
It's a reopen.
Okay, so with the item being reopened, staff would make the request that you extend the general manager's existing contract through the next regular board meeting, given that we don't know exactly what date the special meeting, well, since it can't happen until then. So that way we don't go without Kelly's not in a situation where he's not authorized.
How about we just make it October 1st, make it simple, in case anything else happens.
Yeah, and we remember.
We don't have form.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Extend it from October 1st.
Yeah, and this would be his existing contract, so it has nothing to do with the new one.
Right.
Just extending it through that date.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Is there any board comment? Is there any public comment?
Yes, sir. There you go. Since the board took a vote and opened a motion, shouldn't there have been public comment on that motion?
I asked.
Procedural motions don't require public comment, only substantive ones.
I'm just saying,
So it was just a
if somebody had
procedure
left
whether or not to open it.
if somebody had left the building and now they're not available to public comment on an item that's now reopened again, there is no opportunity for them. So I don't know, it just sounded a little peculiar that you took an action without asking for public comment first. I would have brought up the fact, well, some people left and they won't have an opportunity to comment on that, and that might have affected the board's decision on whether they wanted to open it back up now or wait for another meeting, maybe a special meeting, to extend the contract. Just a procedural thing. Anyway, that's it. Does his current contract, if it's not extended, does it just continue until it's extended, or does it stop?
It would stop.
It would stop. There's no provision for it to just go like a rent agreement to go month to month?
Now it requires board action.
Okay.
So have a motion.
Is there, did we do a motion?
We did a motion to open it, we did public comment based on the discussion, and now we're doing a motion to extend it to.
Motion to extend October 1st.
So we have a motion by Director Green and a second by Director Beatty.
Okay, on a roll call vote. Director Davis?
Yes.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Smiley?
Yes.
Director Green?
Yes.
Passes 4-0 with one absent.
And with that, unless you'd like to reopen anything else, that is it.
Use that gavel. Tell me a time.
Yes.
7:30.
Tomorrow technically it's called a motion to reconsider.